Hey, coin collectors and curious minds. Ever wondered if that little 2018 dime sitting in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of 2018 Mint Mark dimes. Yes, those tiny 10-cent coins that could potentially make you a millionaire. In this video, we're going to explore why certain 2018 dimes are so valuable, what makes them worth up to $1 million, and how you can find one of these rare coins. So, stay tuned and let's crack the code to this modern treasure hunt. First off, let's talk about the 2018 dime. In 2018, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of dimes. These dimes feature the face of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the front, or obverse, and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the back, also known as the reverse. What makes these dimes stand out is the P mint mark, which indicates they were minted in Philadelphia. But wait, if millions of these dimes were made, why would a single coin be worth $1 million? Now, not all 2018 P dimes are worth a fortune. Most of them are still circulating at their face value of 10 cents. However, certain factors can make some 2018 dimes incredibly valuable to collectors. The most important factor to consider is if your dime has any rare errors or varieties. For example, a misstrike or doubling of the design elements, which collectors call a doubled die, can significantly increase a coin's value. Other potential errors could include off-center strikes, die cracks, or even missing mint marks. These imperfections are like the golden ticket of the coin world. The condition or grade of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins graded as mint state, MS, by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch higher prices. An MS68 or MS69 2018 P dime, for instance, would be almost flawless, making it highly desirable to collectors. Sometimes, specific coins can become highly valuable due to unique characteristics. This could be a one-of-a-kind error or a design flaw that no other coin has. In the world of numismatics, rarity is king, and when you combine rarity with pristine condition, you're looking at a potential million-dollar dime. Let's take a look at some examples of rare error coins that have made headlines and fetched unbelievable prices at auction. While these aren't specifically 2018 P dimes, they help illustrate how error coins can skyrocket in value. A famous example with an error that gives the appearance of the date being doubled. One of these pennies sold for nearly $1 million. If a 2018 P dime were to have a similar striking error or doubling, it could be worth just as much, if not more, at auction. So, check your dimes carefully. Your 2018 P dimes for any signs of doubling, especially in the lettering and numbers, like the date or liberty. Look for any unusual features, like extra lines, cracks, or misalignment. Look for common errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing mint marks. Sometimes, even the smallest error can make a huge difference in value. If you think you've found a rare error, the next step is to consider the condition. Is your dime in pristine, uncirculated condition? If so, it may be worth getting graded by a professional grading service. High-grade coins in near-perfect condition are the ones that can fetch those jaw-dropping prices. Two of the most respected grading services are the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. They will carefully evaluate your coin's condition and assign it a grade. We've got a story that could potentially change your life. Can you imagine finding a dime in your loose change that's worth a staggering $1.1 million? That's right. Today, we're talking about the 1982 P Mint Mark dime and why you should start checking every dime you come across. Stick around because this could be the most valuable dime you'll ever find. So, what's so special about the 1982 P Mint Mark dime? Why are some of these coins valued at over $1.1 million? Let's break it down. First, let's take a step back and look at the history. The 1982 dime comes from the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark. But this particular year was interesting because there was a major shift in coinage production. The U.S. Mint was facing several challenges, and certain error coins from this period have become incredibly valuable. The standard 1982 dime was made with a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but some rare error coins from this year were struck on the wrong metal planchets, or have distinct minting errors that make them extraordinarily valuable to collectors. So, why could a 1982 p dime be worth over $1.1 million? The answer lies in the minting errors and the rarity of certain coins from this year. Some of these 1982 dimes were struck without a mint mark, making them exceptionally rare. On top of that, there are other error variations, such as dimes struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or even coins with double strikes. These errors aren't supposed to happen, but when they do, they create coins that are highly sought after by collectors. Imagine finding a 1982 dime that has a minting error so rare, it could fetch over $1 million at auction. In fact, a few have already been found and sold at auction for life-changing amounts. But the hunt is still on for more of these hidden gems. Now, let's talk about how to identify if you have one of these rare and valuable dimes. Here's what to look for when you're examining your 1982 dimes. Some 1982 dimes were struck without a mint mark, making them worth significantly more than face value. Look closely at the P on your dime. If it's missing, you could have a winner. Check for striking errors like double strikes, off-center strikes, or dimes struck on the wrong planchet. These errors can increase the coin's value astronomically. As with any rare coin, the condition is critical. Coins in mint state condition with little to no wear are valued higher. Even a slight difference in grade can impact its value by thousands of dollars. So, you're probably wondering, how much could your 1982 p dime actually be worth? Well, it depends on the condition and the specific error, but here's a breakdown. A 1982 p dime with certain errors has been sold for over $1.1 million. That's right, a single dime that someone might have spent on a soda could be worth a fortune. And even if your 1982 dime doesn't reach the $1 million mark, some have sold for tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands at auction. Now that you know what to look for, where should you start your search? Simple, start with your pocket change, old coin collections, or even coin rolls from your local bank. You never know when you might stumble across one of these rare dimes. If you think you've found one, don't spend it. Instead, you'll want to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They can help determine the exact value of your coin and guide you through the selling process. Hey, coin enthusiasts! What if I told you that a simple 1987 dime, one you might find in your pocket change, could be worth a staggering $1.4 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving deep into this fascinating story to uncover the truth about these dimes, why some rare coins can fetch astronomical prices, and how you can spot a treasure in your pocket change. If you've ever wondered if your everyday dimes could actually make you a millionaire, stick around because you won't want to miss this. First, let's talk about the dime itself. The 1987 P Mint Mark dime was produced in the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P on the coin. These dimes are made from a copper-nickel composition, and like other Roosevelt dimes, feature President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse side, with the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. Now, millions of these dimes were minted in 1987, over 1 billion to be exact. So, what makes a select few of these coins worth millions? Let's break it down. Coin values can skyrocket due to several factors: rarity, historical significance, and most importantly, errors. That's right, minting errors can turn a regular coin into a treasure trove. Collectors and experts alike often hunt for these mint errors because they're so rare and valuable. But did the 1987 P Mint Mark dime have any known errors? Unfortunately, no major minting errors have been reported for this coin. At least, not yet. So, where does the $1.4 million figure come from? There have been rumors and viral stories circulating online about coins from the 1980s being worth insane amounts of money. Often, these stories get exaggerated. While the 1987 P dime isn't known for having any specific errors or variants that would make it worth millions, it doesn't mean all hope is lost. In fact, dimes from different years, particularly those with unique minting issues, have fetched high prices. And there's always the possibility that a new error could be discovered. That's why it's important to keep an eye on your dimes and stay informed. Now, if you want to hunt for valuable dimes, there are a few key things to look for. First, Inspect your coins for any unusual features. Double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements. Even tiny differences can mean a big payout. Additionally, coins in perfect condition, also known as mint state coins, are always more valuable than those that are worn or damaged. If you happen to find a 1987 P dime in pristine condition, it could still be worth significantly more than face value, even without a known error. Let's say you found a rare or mint condition coin. How do you go about selling it? First, consider getting the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can make a huge difference in its final sale price. You can sell your coin at auctions, either online or in person, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. Keep in mind, rare coins, especially those with errors, often sell for thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands, but a $1.4 million dime is incredibly rare. We're diving deep into the world of rare dimes, specifically the 1969 Roosevelt dime. Grab your pocket change, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for that could make you a millionaire. Before we get into why some 1969 dimes are worth an eye-popping $1.3 million, let's first talk about the dime itself. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, following his leadership during World War II and his efforts in founding the March of Dimes charity, which aimed to combat polio. The dimes made in 1969 at the Denver Mint feature the D Mint mark, indicating where they were produced. However, the majority of these dimes are considered ordinary, with most being worth only face value, just 10 cents. So, what makes some of these 1969 dimes so special? It's all about errors and rarity. When certain mistakes happen during the minting process, coins can become incredibly valuable to collectors. And the rarest error for the 1969 dime? A double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck more than once by the die, creating a slight duplication of details on the coin's surface. This makes the lettering, numbers, and sometimes even the images on the coin look doubled or blurred. For a 1969 dime, if you spot this doubling, particularly on the date 1969 and the word Liberty, then you might have hit the jackpot. First, examine the year 1969 on the dime. You're looking for any signs of doubling on the numbers. If the numbers seem to be shadowed or appear twice, that's a strong indicator. Check the word Liberty next. Look closely at each letter. Does it look like it's doubled or blurry? If yes, your dime could be a rare find. Finally, the condition of the coin, also known as its grade, is crucial. While doubling errors are valuable, coins in better condition fetch the highest prices. If your dime is in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, that's when the big bucks come in. Now let's talk about how one of these dimes became worth $1.3 million. In a legendary auction, a pristine 1969 Roosevelt dime featuring a clear double die error sold for this jaw-dropping amount. Why so much? Well, the combination of its rarity, the error, and its immaculate condition made it a must-have for collectors. Alright, let's say you found a 1969 dime with a potential error. What should you do next? Well, the first step is to get your coin authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. These organizations can verify whether your coin is the real deal and assign it a grade based on its condition. Imagine holding a dime worth $1.7 million in your pocket change. Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we'll be diving deep into the rare and elusive 1975 no-mint mark dime, a coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Let's uncover why this dime is so valuable, how to identify it, and what makes it such a collector's dream. To understand why this particular dime is so valuable, we need to go back to 1975. When the United States Mint was producing dimes in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia didn't have a mint mark, while coins from Denver would have a D and San Francisco coins would carry an S. But there was something different about the 1975 no-mint mark dime. During that year, the U.S. Mint was preparing for the bicentennial celebrations in 1976. This led to some confusion and production variations, particularly in dimes minted at the San Francisco Mint. A very small number of these dimes, specifically proof dimes, were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark, making them incredibly rare. So, what makes this coin worth $1.7 million? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. Only 2 confirmed examples of the 1975 no-mint mark proof dimes exist today, making them one of the rarest coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. One of these coins sold at auction for an astonishing $1.7 million, because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for such a unique piece of history. The coin was sold at a Stack's Bowers auction, a prominent numismatic auction house, and it stunned the coin-collecting world with its record-breaking price. The combination of being an error coin, an ultra-rare proof, and its perfect condition make this a once-in-a-lifetime find. Now, let's talk about how to identify this valuable coin. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1975 dime, the first thing you want to do is check for a mint mark. Remember, this error only occurred on proof dimes that were supposed to have an S for San Francisco. If you don't see that S, you might be holding something truly special. These dimes were part of proof sets, meaning they were never meant for circulation. If you find one in circulation, it could have been broken out of a proof set and entered the public domain by mistake. So always check those proof sets at coin shows, yard sales, or even online auctions. You never know where one might turn up. While finding a 1975 no-mint mark dime is extremely rare, the condition of the coin is just as important. The 2 known examples were in pristine, proof condition, with sharp details and a mirror-like surface. These factors contribute heavily to the coin's value. If you come across a coin with scratches, dents, or wear, its value will be significantly lower, even if it's a rare error coin. So, what do you do if you think you've found a 1975 no-mint mark dime? First, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will authenticate the coin, determine its condition, and give it an official grade. If your coin is legit, it could be worth a fortune. Once you have the coin graded, your next step is to contact a reputable auction house. Companies like Stack's Bowers or Heritage Auctions can help you sell your coin to the highest bidder. Remember, with a coin this rare, it's best to work with experts who can maximize its value. The 1975 no-mint mark dime is just one example of how error coins can turn an ordinary piece of pocket change into a life-changing treasure. Other famous examples include the 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double die penny, and the 1969 S double die obverse penny. These coins are a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are hidden in plain sight. We're diving into an amazing coin, the 2000p Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, certain versions of this dime are rumored to be worth a staggering $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. So what makes this coin so special? Could you have one in your pocket right now without even knowing it? Let's break it down. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1946, created to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt. These dimes are still in circulation today, but what's so intriguing about the year 2000 dimes, specifically the ones with the P mint mark, is that certain rare versions have caught the attention of collectors. The P mint mark indicates that this dime was minted in Philadelphia, and in the year 2000, millions of these dimes were produced. So why could a dime from such a common year potentially be worth millions? Let's take a closer look at the factors. When it comes to rare coins, errors are often what drive their value sky high. Coin errors happen during the minting process and can make the coin unique, and collectors love unique coins. With the 2000p dime, there are a few possible errors or unusual characteristics that might make your coin worth much more than just 10 cents. One of the most well-known errors in modern dimes is the missing mint mark or misstrike errors. Sometimes, during the production process, a coin may end up with a double strike, off-center strike, or even missing elements that were supposed to be there. These types of dimes can command a high price at auctions, sometimes into the millions. Now, let's talk about those astronomical prices. Some collectors believe that a flawless 2000p Roosevelt dime with certain key error characteristics could sell for as much as $1.9 million. In recent years, several error coins from other minting years have fetched large sums. For instance, a 1968 Roosevelt dime with a unique error sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Given the right conditions, a 2000p dime with a rare error or unique feature could very well reach or even surpass the $1 million mark. Keep in mind that the most valuable coins often have multiple factors working in their favor, like rarity, error type, and condition. So, you're probably wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 2000p dimes? First off, you want to check the overall condition of the coin. Is it in near-perfect shape? Does it have any unusual markings or errors like a double strike or off-center printing? Another important detail to look for is the mint mark. While most 2000p dimes will have the P mark on the obverse side, located just to the right of President Roosevelt's neck, some error coins might have a missing or faint mint mark. These types of errors could increase the value of your dime significantly. Next, you'll want to look for signs of a die clash, off-center strikes, or even broad-struck errors, where the coin's design appears to be misaligned. These errors are extremely rare but can make your coin worth thousands, if not millions. If you think you've found a 2000p dime that could be worth a fortune, what should you do next? Well, you'll want to have it appraised by a professional coin grader or numismatist. These experts can authenticate your coin, confirm any errors or special features, and give you an accurate estimate of its value. Keep in mind that if your dime is truly one of these rare error coins, you'll need to have it graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A high-grade rating can really increase the value of your coin at auction. So, there you have it. The 2000p Roosevelt dime might seem like just another everyday coin, but certain error versions of it could be worth up to $1.9 million. Imagine that, finding a fortune in your loose change. Be sure to check your pockets, coin jars, and any collections you might have for these 2000p dimes. You never know. You could be holding onto a coin that could change your life. We're diving deep into a coin that could completely change your life. Yes, I'm talking about the 1991p mint mark Roosevelt dime that is worth a whopping $1.4 million. Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about this incredible find. Before we get into the specifics of the 1991p mint mark dime, let's take a quick look at the Roosevelt dime itself. Introduced in 1946, this coin features the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. It was created to honor his legacy, particularly his work to eradicate polio, a disease that Roosevelt personally fought against. The Roosevelt dime has remained largely unchanged in design since its introduction, but there are a few rare variations and errors that have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. And the 1991p dime is one of the most extraordinary examples. So, why is this particular dime worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? It all comes down to an extremely rare minting error and the pristine condition of the coin. In 1991, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes, but a select few were struck with a rare error that makes them incredibly valuable today. Collectors prize these error coins because they are often one-of-a-kind or extremely limited, which drives up their market value. The 1991p dime in question was found with a significant error related to its strike, likely involving a misalignment or doubling of the die. This error, combined with the coin's perfect condition, is what makes it worth over $1 million. Coins like this are graded by experts, and when they are nearly flawless, they can achieve astronomical prices at auction. Now, if you have a 1991p dime at home or happen to come across one in your pocket change, here's what to look for. First, check for the P mint mark just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. This indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, inspect the overall condition of the coin. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections. The most valuable coins are those in mint state condition, meaning they are as close to perfect as possible. However, even if your coin isn't in pristine condition, it could still be worth a lot of money if it has a rare error. Finally, pay close attention to any possible doubling, especially in the text or the outline of Roosevelt's profile. Even minor errors can increase the value of a coin dramatically. Now, you might be wondering, has anyone actually sold one of these dimes for $1.4 million? Well, believe it or not, rare coins with unique errors and high grades frequently fetch these kinds of prices at auctions. In fact, the 1991 P Mint Mark dime was featured in a prestigious auction and drew intense bidding from collectors. Its rare error and excellent condition made it a hot item, and it ultimately sold for $1.4 million, shocking the numismatic world. While not every 1991 P dime will be worth that much, coins with rare errors and excellent grades have consistently reached 6- and 7-figure sales. So, it's always worth checking your dimes. If you think you might have a valuable 1991 P Roosevelt dime, the first step is to get it appraised by a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. These services will evaluate the condition and authenticity of your coin and provide a grade. We have something extraordinary for you. Imagine this. You could be holding a simple dime worth a staggering $1.8 million. That's right, we're talking about the 2021 P Mint Mark dime, and why it's potentially worth a fortune. So, grab your coin jar, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Are you ready to discover if you have a hidden treasure in your pocket change? Let's dive into the details. The 2021 P dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, minted by the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. The P Mint mark tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the key locations for producing American currency. So, why is the 2021 P dime causing such a buzz? Well, like with all coins, sometimes errors occur during the minting process. These errors can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinarily valuable. Errors are the key to this dime's potential value. There are a few specific errors that collectors are keeping their eyes peeled for, and these can push the value of your dime to astronomical heights. Let's break down some of the key errors you should look for. First, the double die error. This occurs when the design of the coin is struck more than once in slightly different positions, leading to a doubling effect on certain features like the date, lettering, or even the Roosevelt profile. Check the 2021 date and the word Liberty. If you see any doubling or shadows on these areas, you might just have a valuable coin. Another error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin. Next up, die cracks and die clashes. These occur when the dies used to strike the coins break or clash together, leaving behind irregular lines or imprints on the surface of the coin. Now you might be asking, how could a simple dime be worth $1.8 million? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. Collectors are willing to pay huge sums for rare coins, especially if they have unique errors that make them one of a kind. In fact, error coins from modern times, like the 2021 P dime, are becoming more valuable as collectors look for unique additions to their collections. A rare error coin in pristine condition could drive up its value to $1.8 million, especially at auctions where collectors compete to own a piece of numismatic history. So, how do you figure out if your 2021 P dime is worth millions? First, grab a magnifying glass or a loupe and closely examine your coin. Pay attention to the mint mark, date, and other key features like Roosevelt's profile. Look for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or cracks on the coin. If you think you've found something special, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll grade your coin and determine its rarity and value. If you're holding on to some pocket change, you might want to take a second look at your dimes. Why? Because today, we're talking about the 1988 P Mint Mark dime, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out how to spot these valuable dimes and what makes them so special. Before we dive into what makes these coins so valuable, let's start with a little background. The 1988 P dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been minted since 1946. The P on the dime represents the Philadelphia Mint, where it was struck. In 1988, millions of these dimes were produced, but what makes some of them stand out from the rest? At first glance, a 1988 P dime might seem like just another regular coin you'd find in your pocket. But here's the kicker. Some of these dimes have rare features and errors that have skyrocketed their value. So what should you be looking for? The key to the 1988 P dime's high value lies in a few rare errors and varieties. Let's break it down. One of the most valuable errors on the 1988 P dime is a double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice but slightly misaligned. Look closely at the lettering on Liberty or the date, and if you see doubling, you might have hit the jackpot. These kinds of errors are highly sought after by collectors. Another thing to look out for is an off-center strike, where the design of the coin is not perfectly aligned. Depending on how severe the error is, these coins can fetch thousands, if not millions. A clipped planchet error is when a part of the coin is missing due to a flaw in the minting process. Although it's rare, when combined with other errors, these coins become even more valuable. Okay, so why would a 1988 P dime with these errors be worth $1.5 million? Well, coin collectors love rare errors and will pay big bucks for them. The more unique and rare the error, the higher the value. Plus, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. If your dime is in mint or near mint condition, that could multiply its value. A coin in perfect condition, known as MS65 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale, can dramatically increase in value. If you find a 1988 P dime with an error in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, how can you identify one of these rare dimes? First, you're going to need a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely inspect the details. Look for doubling on the letters, check if the coin's design is off-center, and examine if any part of the dime is missing due to a clipped planchet. Once you've identified a potential treasure, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial because collectors won't take your word for it. They need official verification. After grading, you can sell your dime at an auction or through private collectors. Some rare coin auctions have seen these types of dimes go for over $1 million. Now, if you're lucky enough to find one of these dimes, you'll want to take care of it. Avoid touching it with your bare hands, as oils and dirt can damage the coin over time. Always handle your valuable coins with gloves and store them in a protective case.